doing?
We're live for the warm-up, and I don't have to give you a fancy warning because you're not Joel, and you weren't in the middle of telling a highly inappropriate story, which you'd have to cut off midstream. Ooh, that's getting weird. Ooh, what's going on there?
This awkward brightness.
That's pretty low contrast right there. Low energy, as the kids say.
Do they? What is this white balance, though?
The white balance isn't horrible.
I don't think my screens are quite that purple. Fallout style.
I don't know about that.
How's that? A little extra golden, but
Maybe the screen you're looking at this on, like,
see what auto thinks again. Yeah, there's just a lot of purple light.
that, like, I think where it started before you started adjusting it was a lot better. Like, I don't know. I would just lower that exposure a little bit.
Exposure is set to auto, and it has gigantic steps too. Like,
Ooh.
yeah, I'll leave that on auto, I think. There's the default. That's not terrible.
Yeah,
It just
default if you could be just a little bit. Maybe can you adjust a brightness separately from exposure? Is that possible?
No.
Oh,
no.
well.
Yeah. That was the awkward part, was it got just a little bit dark when the live stream started, so I was like, oh, I'll tweak this slightly, and then everything started going downhill from there.
I think we're capping around 73 applications.
Oh my. Again, Wraith Division, Section 1.
Battalion.
We're gonna have a logistics division. Yeah, it's gonna be good.
Hope a lot of these people enjoy painting, sweeping, you know, real army work.
Oh man. Sea Ranger, it's okay if you're romancing Triss on a second playthrough. Then you're just experiencing CDPR's amazing storytelling and writing. You've already experienced the correct version of the game. Oh man. I'll get a backup going here in a second too.
All right.
Yeah, Shane, that is your final nightmare. Wraith Division, 80 people trying out for it. None of them with the radio mod. All just talking at the same time. Talking. Right next to your ears. Right next to your ears.
Doing a lot of typing.
Getting them tweets ready. I guess I gotta shorten the word episode, not the word gaming. Which is part of the name of the podcast.
What are you typing? Oh, your tweets?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your lighting looks really good tonight, by the way.
Mine?
Yeah.
It's literally the same as it always is.
Yeah, I think it's because I'm just seeing it like really close to mine, like in comparison. Like, man,
okay.
I'm really backlit right now.
Yours is on the way. On the way.
Finally.
Not that it hasn't been on the way before, and I've spent a good chunk of money on lights for you before, but that's fine. It's fine. It's on the way. It's on the way.
Yeah. That's like a Dave level of good chunk of money right there. Was it like $90 for the triple set?
I think it was $120 for the triple set. which I now have all of them back, I believe.
That's a lot of storage space.
Or no, I think James has one of them. I definitely have yours, and I'm still using mine. I've been using it the whole time.
That's what I want, Shane, is just like 3 tactical lights taped together. It's just strobing the whole time right in my face.
You just want to get like a nice big softbox mount for the gun, so you can just mount the AR like above the monitor.
Just thinking about that made me uncomfortable.
Yep, because that was
Just
totally
thinking about
totally a real plan.
Yeah.
You can have it be off the back of the gun for safety.
I actually mounted my laser flashlight combo from the AR onto the scope mount for the M1A to help zero the mount. I was like, I've got a laser here that's zeroed for 50 yards. Like, I'm going for a 200-yard zero on the M1A. Like, that's not going to be exact. But I was like, left to right, that could really help if I had 2 lasers lined up. But I got a photo of it. It looked ridiculous. Like, giant wood-stocked battle rifle with like a little tactical laser just on the top rail. Like, what? Why? Stop that. No. But it helped, actually. Because I ran a string. I made my own plumb bob off the railing on the porch.
Sorry, you made a what?
Plumb bob. You don't know what a plumb bob is?
I do, but it's just one of those names you don't hear that often. What?
You don't remember? You probably should. I did land surveying for like 12 years.
No. I know that. It's not a term
bob.
you really hear. No. I believe you. It's just not a term you hear that often.
Don't argue with me.
I believe you.
Good. That's all.
Would you still call? Have you ever been? Which museum is in DC that has basically a giant plumb bob swinging back and forth?
Oh, I haven't been to any of the art museums. Like,
I don't think it's art museum. I think
fake-
it's I thought it was like the Air and Space Center.
Really?
Or I'm not sure. Yeah, it wasn't
I
an
don't
art
know.
museum. It was an actual museum of factual things. I'm not sure.
Museum of Factual Things.
I don't think it's called that.
So, it features nothing from YouTube then. That'd be actually, I would go visit that exhibit, I guess. It wouldn't be a full museum, but like the Museum of Clickbait, exhibit of clickbait. Because there's been some clickbait where I'm like, that is a beautiful, well-polished piece of garbage. Like, that hits a lot of bases. Writing tweets. Now I gotta load the game up for the backup. Tough life.
I mean, yeah, you're kind of making it sound like it's a giant.
It only seems like a giant task because I only had this much coffee to drink tonight, and I'm only this far into it now. That is not starting the podcast level of coffee consumption right there. That's like driving home levels of coffee.
How many different levels of coffee are there? So there's starting the podcast coffee. There's.
Oh, trust me, we don't have the time for such things.
It worries me that there's a level of coffee called driving home. Is that the amount required so you are physically able to drive home?
Yes, that's correct.
That doesn't make me feel good.
But it's okay because I had some Coke Zero today at work, so I was good to go. Does
Coke Zero really wake you up that much?
No, not at all.
Okay.
But that did hit that driving home levels of caffeine. But just barely.
Have you ever considered just sleeping more?
I went to bed at 11:30 on Tuesday. It was pretty great.
On Tuesday? We ain't talking about Tuesday, son. We talking about yesterday.
Let's not talk about Wednesday.
Yeah, I was like,
No,
what?
Wednesday. Yesterday, I was going to go for a run. After it got dark, went out the door and it was pouring down rain. It was like 10:30 or so. Just plenty of time to go for like a 35-minute run and shower and all and get ready for bed. So I figured I'd wait it out. Around 1 o'clock, I was like, I'm gonna stop playing Battlefield and go to bed now. So I might actually go run after this tonight.
Hope was out running when I got home, and then it like thundered all of a sudden and started raining really quickly. And I pulled up my phone and opened up the map to see where she was, and she was like on the end of her run loop. So I just watched her for like 10 minutes as she ran. Apparently it was only like half a mile she had to run, but she had to run back in the pouring rain to get back to the car. But as soon as it started raining, Apollo came padding out of the bedroom, came over, poked his head in the office, and then saw that Hope wasn't here anywhere, and then just paced in the middle room until she got home. Like he was like, oh, this isn't good. All my humans out there. Oh no. Oh, he did see me and be like, all right, whatever.
Yeah, like, well, he won't die at least.
That made me feel good.
Yeah, I saw that storm coming in when I was heading home. That thing was looking pretty legit.
Yeah, it's weird because it was like, I don't know, it was sunny on my way home. Well, not sunny, it was neutral. It definitely did not look like it was about to rain, in my opinion.
It was sunny towards you, but I make a big U shape to come home, so I was driving towards the storm for a while, and it was like coming from the mountains. It filled the horizon like that green gray color on the sky. Like it was the entire horizon was that color. And I figured it was coming. Or as Geralt of Rivia says, "Winds howling." That's literally the only thing he says about the weather, over and over again.
He never says like, "Oh man, this rain's inconvenient," as I gallop through it in the clothes I've been wearing for weeks.
Or any other kind of weather, like, oh, it's kind of foggy, or maybe this is a nice sunny day, just literally only when a storm's coming, just winds howling.
You should do the thing, like when the sun's coming up, she'd be like, "Damn, that's beautiful."
I think he does in a cutscene, actually. I want to say he does. But yeah, it's literally only the storms he'll comment on. And it startled me a few times, too, because it would be like dead quiet, just, Witcher forest sounds, no one's around, and just the sound of the horse footfalls, and then just winds howling. Oh, all right.
Just having those, those thoughts you need to just have out loud. He's got a feeling like it's about to bubble up and burst out. He's like, wind. Oh, a lot of wind. A lot of wind we're having.
I just feel like it's one of those features where some dev is like, man, I got a little bit of extra time this week. It'd be cool if Geralt would comment on the weather. And then he got one of them done. Like, oh, the framework's done, it's working. And then it was 6 months of crunch time and the game shipped. oh, whoops.
That's probably that's probably more true than you'd think. Like, it's probably...
honestly, yeah. All right, I am ready for podcasting. Well, I'm working on that, being ready for podcasting.
Yeah, so how much of podcasting level of coffee do you still need to, read?
See this down here? That's too much. We're getting there.
All right, you ready to do this?
Let's do it.
I'm gonna yawn real quick.
Are you serious? Are you serious right now?
What?
Could you not?
Has there been a week where I haven't? Why would this be surprising? I want to talk about cars, but I don't want to talk about cars because that one guy who hates me being on the podcast is just gonna be listening.
Jeremiah, this is our podcast.
It is.
This is our warm up.
It is
right now.
It is.
What you got?
I got plans.
Compress it down.
I got plans.
And
I'm building a list, a spreadsheet, if you will. It's literally a spreadsheet of parts that I want to get for the VW. I think I've decided this is going to be my first legitimately fast car, or like legitimately quick car. Because already now, like, you nail the throttle and like it sucks you back in the seat. You haven't been in it when I've actually been nailing the throttle. I've just given it some good, 3/4 throttle merges into traffic and stuff, or merges
No,
into the
I haven't been
highway.
there when you're
That sounds
nailing good.
yeah. Anyway, it pulls pretty hard. Oh, Aubrey says, Germ, you should post better and more videos on your channel. Thanks, man. So do a better job and do more of it. Thanks, dude.
Dude,
Good
that
looking
reminds
out.
me.
So back to cars.
Wait, hold on. I gotta say this for a second. Did you get the suggestions on your YouTube dashboard, right? Like the random
Yeah.
video suggestions on the
Yeah.
sidebar? I think I've got it saved somewhere. One day I loaded up YouTube on the dashboard. It just said, quick tips, : make better content, ! And I was like, ow, YouTube, gee.
Also, I was like, from looking at the trending tab, I don't think that's an actual tip for channel growth, but yeah. No,
Like
so
clickbait.
I've decided I want the Volkswagen, I think, to be my first legitimately fast car, or legitimately quick car, because it's a turbo, so it's very tunable, and Volkswagen undertunes those things pretty extreme from the factory. So looking at sportier tires, like much better tires and lighter weight wheels, a tune, a downpipe to get some snarl into the exhaust. Not make it louder necessarily, just some snarl. Metal shifter bushings. The shifter got a good stiff feel. Possibly a better intercooler, because that helps lower the charge air temperature, which is something you'd be fascinated by in another life. And then the stock sound system does not have any low. Like, it is baseless, in my opinion. It is baseless. So probably a speaker replacement, and then maybe an add-on sub to go somewhere in the back. But we added all that up, and man, new cars where you can't buy everything used, or can't buy a lot of stuff used, not cheap. Not cheap. I was like, let's see how bad all this is. That was like $3,600 of stuff. So, we'll be adjusting. We'll be thinking about it.
Well, you got that big boy job.
A big part of it is the wheels and tires. Yeah, and I heard, because they'd be a lot lighter weight and stuff. They could just wait a little bit. But like the stock all seasons are kind of garbage. Like even now, nail the throttle in second gear and the traction control light comes on, because it's like trying to keep traction. So I had like another 100 pound-feet of torque and another 75 horsepower, because that's my plan. I want to get to 300 horsepower and 350 pound-feet of torque. Like I want it to be on a car that weight. I want it to be quick enough that like it pulls you back in the seat enough where people who aren't ready for it will not be totally comfortable with what's happening. That's the feeling I'm going. I'm not saying I'm trying to use it to make people uncomfortable. Like that's the level of power.
Well, they're gonna be uncomfortable.
That's the level I want. But no, I've taken some on ramps in a sporty fashion recently, and for a front wheel drive car, that drives not like a front wheel drive car. We did get the sport model, which has really beefy brakes and it has a good limited slip differential in the front. It handles incredibly neutral. Like I don't think it can hang with the Spider, but I think it's a lot closer than you'd think. Well, I don't know if you'd think about that at all necessarily.
I'm thinking now.
I know you've been thinking about it.
Wheels are turning.
But power wise, like it's in a different league. Like the Spider feels really slow now.
Sorry, my frame rate is like really low on the camera.
Oh, I thought like, who are you waving? Like I know what your office looks like. Who are you waving at? There's nobody
yeah,
there.
Joel taught me all about webcams in that video, so now I can't help but notice.
Yeah, your frame rate does look like it's like 15 or so.
Oh well.
Yeah, it's all right. Anyway, that's all I got about cars for now. But I got plans, and I'm pretty excited about those plans. Like, I want it to be fast.
So what I'm hearing is you're keeping that big boy job for a while. You're gonna be sticking around. Well, hey, let me get in a few minutes of gun talk before we get started. Then
Sounds good.
because I've been dipping my toes into the possibility of a follow-up project to the M95 video. I've been looking at, well, I actually ever since that video, I've been keeping an eye out for them. Frommer stop pistols. It's one of the pistols from Battlefield 1. It's an Austrian pistol, and it was one of their most common issued ones during World War 1. It's a long action pistol, and they're not too expensive usually, but what really made me think about getting one is I could do the full Austrian loadout complete with the pistol, and it can fire modern 32 caliber ammo. Like you can just buy a box from the gun shop and shoot through it. And actually it likes hotter loads compared to most 32 ammo. Apparently because the recoil spring that goes along the top of the barrel, is like it's the entire length of the barrel. Like most recoil springs are like half, half size compared to the length of the barrel. It's a full size recoil spring, so they actually loaded hotter than normal 32 ammo back in World War One for the Frommer stops. But anyway, I've been watching for them. They usually go for like 350 or so. And then I saw one for like 112. Now it had 10 days left on Gunbroker, and I was like, okay, it's probably gonna go higher, but I'll put a bid in and just see where it lands. Didn't pay attention close enough. It had all matching serial numbers and a low range for 1917, so it was a during the war Frommer stop. Yeah, it's at like $500 now, and with like 5 days left, like it's going crazy. Yes, Shane, that's right. It does like hotter loads. Yeah, that's it. I'm still looking for a Frommer stop, I think. But I want to get a handguard for the M95 too, because the exposed barrel, since someone pointed it out, because none of us noticed that it was missing. Ever since I had that pointed out to me, it's really bothering me.
So are you not going to sell it? You're going to keep it?
It's still listed for sale, but I think I'm going to go ahead and pull the sale ads down, because I think...
Called it!
I tried to sell it. It's been for sale for 6 months, but I think it looks good. Look at that. Look at that right there.
This is all playing out exactly as I thought it was going to. And I'm not judging. I'm just saying, well, you like that gun way too much.
Yeah, well, it is fantastic. It is fantastic. But now I also know you can have cases like that Frommer stop where everyone's fighting over it, but my M95 ended up having a missing handguard, and it's pretty well worn, and they're very common. It's actually a lot harder than I expected to flip it. So I'm kind of glad that I like it, because I could be sitting on it for years even if I was trying to sell it everywhere. Like, it's just one of those things that I didn't realize how many of them actually were out there. Yeah, because now that I think about it, I only paid like $280 for mine. Like that probably should have been a sign right there. And I was in a hurry to get it too. Like, I probably could have waited and got one for like $225.
It definitely seems like you could have now. But
yeah. Joel's actually been asking me when I'm going to get more ammo for it. He is itching to shoot it again.
Really?
Yeah, it's his favorite rifle, actually, apparently. He's ever fired. He's speaking to bolt actions, and it is rare to see an old-style straight-pull bolt. Yeah.
Cool.
That's my gun talk.
I wish I could get more Carcano ammo. I mean, I can. I just I found one place that does reloads that could probably get me some more, but that'd be fun to shoot some more of that. Although I don't think it's accurate enough. Like, since the barrel's been cut, I don't think it's accurate enough that I'd really get a ton out of it. It would just be kind of fun.
One thing I'm planning on doing, maybe even this month, is now that I've got... Yes, the chat is calling me a nerd, and I accept this. It's 100% true. Even when it comes to guns. Now that we've got some more guns that we were trying out, like, I want to take my uncle's M1 Garand's out at some point too. We were possibly doing some more older guns and stuff like that. For about $100, you can get a laser bore sighting kit, which has inserts where you can put it in the muzzle of basically any pistol or rifle. And that can be really useful for, before we go out and spend the day trying to film a video with a new rifle or something, to actually figure out, wait, are we on paper? Because, we've done it a few times now. I remember I think it was your uncle's hunting rifle, that awful Tasco scope. If we had a lasered bore sighter, we could have at least been like, oh, wow, this thing is like 3 feet to the left. Because we played with that for a long time, wasted so much ammo trying to figure out where we were even hitting. Now,
like, how accurate is a bore, was it called a bore sight?
Bore sight, yeah. Laser bore sight, quite accurate if you get a good one. And this was a good one. I think... It's interesting, the size of the laser beam actually becomes an issue at range, because what is a nice visible laser at 100 yards could be like a 10 MOA, minute of angle dot at like 300 yards, even if you could see it. It could be like way huge. But yeah, I think it would be more than enough to get us on paper for stuff like that too, where we're just not wasting so much time and ammo. I've made some good investments so far for the target shooting stuff this year, between the steel targets, the canopy, the sandbags, and the storage containers. Like, we've come a long way from that rainy shelter day in the cold.
Like, the best decision you've made is shorter shoot and bring the tent.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, you ready to do this? Let me know when you've reached can start the podcast levels of coffee consumption, whatever that magical number
Go, go,
is.
go, go, go! Check, check. Check, check. Ooh, that's way too quiet.
All right, going live for the warm-up.
I need to remember next time that my computer's off to take the side panel off and toggle the RAM. I'm down to 27 gigs again. One of the chips is twisted or something. One of them is like super picky.
So, I think I'm selling this phone.
What phone do you have again? I actually can't remember. It's changed so often.
The OnePlus 3T.
Why?
Which is
It's a great phone.
It is.
Dude.
Well, no. Hold on. Hear me out.
Dude, no, I'm judging.
Much like last time,
Right.
I don't think this is my fault.
Oh my gosh.
No, I really do like it. But, so this is a dual band phone, right? Well, it turns out Ting doesn't support this in CDMA mode. And I went home to visit my family, and the GSM service there is garbage. AT&T's okay.
It's bad around here too,
Yeah,
actually.
yeah, it's not great here, but there it was like unusable for significant portions of time. And I couldn't call or text people or do anything. And I was like, So first thing I thought was like, okay, well, it's a dual band phone. Ting says you need the GSM card. Can I just get a CDMA card? Problem solved. You cannot. Not from them. So I'd have to switch this to like Sprint or something to keep using it. And of course, I'm not going to do that. So good news is, on eBay, these appear to be selling for at least as much, if not more than what I bought it for, because this is the limited edition matte black one, which of course now the OnePlus 5 is only available in matte black. So maybe that's driven the price of these down, who knows, but yeah.
If it's anything like OnePlus in the past, as soon as 6 months go by, you can not only no longer buy the old phones, but you can't buy the chargers, the cases. It's like they never existed.
Want to buy a lightly used OnePlus 3T?
No, because I love my OnePlus too. And I had the exact same problems that you do. Like here at the house is a dead spot most of the time.
Well, that's the thing is, when it first happened, I was like, okay, well, actually the places I'm staying have Wi-Fi, even if it's rudimentary. So I thought like, well, I can just use like, those messaging platforms. Well, I'd forgotten Android does not have an iMessage type thing, where like you can send text messages over Wi-Fi or over data or actual SMS. You have to, like, if you want to do data-based messaging, you have to use like Hangouts or something, which can't send messages to people's phone number. And then you can sign up for Google Voice and do that, but it's kind of a pain in the butt. And it still doesn't solve the problem of like, I want the version where I just get all the messages. And I think there are ways to make it work with Google Voice, but with hassle, I don't want to give people a new phone number. They got to text and stuff. Like I've had the same phone number for a super long time, so I don't know.
Yeah, I feel you on that for sure.
I haven't really decided yet, but
that's at least a good excuse this time. Of course, eventually it's kind of like the Law and Order was just playing in the other room. It's like the wife who has perfectly reasonable explanations for what happened to all of her previous husbands. Sometimes the excuses still pile up.
It actually makes a lot of sense. Well, the thing is, I'm putting off replacing this because I honestly don't know what I would replace it with. Like spec-wise, this is better than pretty much everything short of a Galaxy S8. I don't really want a Galaxy S8 that bad, like, at all. I don't know. I don't like they're like, at least with the Galaxy or the what was the last one I had? The Moto G5. The Moto G5, I was like,
give him a minute. He has to go through the list.
There aren't many other phones I want, but at least I could step up to something else. But this isn't even like that. Yeah, so if I replace this will be the fourth phone I've had this year, which is not great.
Don't let Joel know. You will never hear the end of it.
Well, I'll probably tell him. I need him laughing
fate
before we get to the user mail portion of this evening.
I'll have backup going here in just a minute.
Probably ought to mute my phone.
That was me too. Aha.
Ha ha!
Gotcha.
Wow, here's a surprisingly deep tweet. Inside every large program, there's a small program trying to get out.
Deep, huh?
Well, I mean, you know, more like a... Never mind.
Alright, I'm going to turn off whatever automatic jazz is going on for my webcams. It's driving me crazy. Auto exposure, that's what it is.
I thought it was changing a bunch.
And auto white balance. So as I was changing the white balance, it was changing the white balance. Perfect. So now it's like yellow. How's that look? That looks pretty good.
It's not. It's a little bit yellow, but it's not bad.
I actually prefer the warmer side of things, the instant LED. Let's try... Oh, what's with that shift? That's... Alright, so that goes from 3350 to 3200. There we go. 3230. The sliders in Skype like to just chunk jump. You know what I mean.
Chunk jumping.
Them sliders are chunk jumping.
I don't know.
Ooh, that is a very loud Sid Meier's Railroads menu screen in the background. I think there's one more news item that I wanted to add to the list. It's been in a Firefox tab on my phone, which is where tabs go to die since like early June.
Oh, I've got some extras I need to add too.
I need to mute my phone too. Post one tweet about how you forgot to clean a gun, and everybody loves that one. Everybody look at the dummy. He made a mistake. Retweet. I'm going to send it to you over Skype just so I can copy the link easy. Just ignore the ding.
Oh, you're okay. I see what you're saying. I was like, yeah, I got you. Ah,
Took long enough. Oh, speaking of gun stuff, I actually got to give a shout out to Wolf Ammunition. They're known for their lacquer coated, pretty garbage Russian ammo, right? Like you've used Wolf before. Like Walmart sells it.
yeah. There's nothing special.
Really dirty. Has the dark gray steel cases with like the slight brown coating of lacquer. Tends to gum up everything. Funny enough, they are apparently the only ammo manufacturer with a satisfaction guarantee, where if you don't like the ammo, they will buy it back whatever you haven't used, no questions asked, both directions, shipping paid. So I called them finally last week over, actually no, it was like 2 days ago. Yeah, 2 days ago. Over that casing that had gotten stuck in the M1A, because I'm like, I'm not putting any more of the lacquer coated stuff through the M1A from here on out. I still have 13 boxes of it. It's like 180 rounds left. And they're like, oh yeah, sorry for the inconvenience. Let us know if the gun has any problems and make sure that's okay too. But we'll send you a prepaid label to send it back. You can just get a refund for what you didn't shoot. It took like 2 seconds. I was like, all right, man. For what's basically one of the cheapest ammo brands that you can buy, that's a pretty solid guarantee. Like I'd be comfortable trying that on a different gun, at any point. So shout out to them for good customer service. Also, shout out to me for, once again, look at the dummy making a mistake, not realizing that I bought lacquer coated because I bought lacquer coated and non-lacquer in the same order, and mentally thought that I'd ordered a small amount of the lacquer coated and a larger box of the non-lacquer, and I had that completely backwards. I had bought the large amount of the lacquer coated and the small amount of the non-lacquer coated, and it led to problems.
I mean, that's part of the process.
I will say though, from looking around after the casing got stuck and how the amount of what I'm going to call high maintenance M14 owners who just couldn't imagine putting Russian ammunition through their American-made Springfield.
Yeah, but that's like people who don't
like
drive their cars because they want to put they don't want to put miles on it, or like in the car community, like there's a ton of parallels to the gun community, and in both, I'm kind of the opinion of like, with a gun, shoot it. Like it ain't gonna be a collector's item. You know how many ARs are sold like all the time, or how many M14s are out there? Like, sorry, yours isn't special. No offense. I'm sure you love it. Shoot the thing. Like, get it dirty. Take it around outside. Like, take care of it. But taking care of it doesn't mean babying it. Like, these things went to war. Like, it can survive, like, being laid down in the grass if you need to, you know? Or, oh, no, the ammo isn't the perfect type. Ah.
That's what made me laugh, is everyone's like, I would never put a single round of this through my M14, or through my Springfield M1A. And I'm like, I shot half of that 500-round box without cleaning it. And I think I only oiled it once, like just like a splash of oil on the bolt. And I was like, the case got stuck only because it was coated in lacquer. I mean, it was dirty as crap, but it was still rocking and rolling. If the case hadn't sealed itself into the chamber, it would have probably kept going. I'm like, yeah, I think it'll be okay. I also love, like, every single thread for when it comes to AR-15s, people ask about shooting steel case ammo, like, well, it's going to wear the extractor out, and it's going to wear the chamber down. Someone, years ago now, did the math, and it's like the amount of money you would save by buying steel cased ammo, which is like 40% cheaper than brass cased. Mm-hmm. It's like you could buy a new upper every, like, I think it's like 3,000 or 4,000 rounds and just not worry about it, like a complete barrel assembly. Like, whatever. Like, forget about replacing the extractor, just replace the whole upper. It's like you save so much money. Like, come on, guys. If you're just plinking, go for it. Yeah, Locke, that Witcher poster, I love it. I just need to figure out a way to get that glare off of it. It's exactly the opposite of my webcam. Even my webcam's out of angle, it's still just... Yeah. I was actually looking, there's not any easily accessible, like, anti-glare, like, plastic thing you could put over it. I don't know what I'm going to do with that.
Anything that's going to look, like, help with the glare is going to make it look worse.
Yeah. Will they make anti-glare spray? Is that a thing?
Yes, but it's not going to make the poster look good. Like, the only real way to do that is, like, and I'm not saying this is a bet. Oh, wait, no, that one's been signed, hasn't it?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, I was going to say, you could, like, just print a canvas out of the artwork, but that wouldn't be signed, so.
Krylon 11-ounce Dulene spray.
I mean, maybe there's some good stuff. I guess I don't want to tell you not to try it, but I've never heard good things about it.
Okay, Dulene spray creates a temporary dull finish to reduce glare on items to be photographed or videotaped. And it wipes off easily and leaves no marks. What if we just don't wipe it off?
You try it.
It might attract grime like crazy, but it's interesting.
Yeah, you can try it.
Because, I mean, the posters, it's pretty contrasty, so dulling the poster a bit, like, I think it'll still look fine. The bullet points on this spray. Wipes off easily, coats evenly, creates effective dull finish, extremely flammable vapors. It's like a bullet point just in the list. Oh, all right. Cool. I've got an Amazon cart now with 7 things in it, just waiting for our Amazon points to come through for this month.
Nice.
Come on, drop it.
Just none of them are emergencies?
What?
None of them are emergencies or anything?
No, it's a coat, a book, a storage thing for underneath the sink. I don't know why I'm reading my Amazon list. No, it's not emergencies. It's just some stuff around the house.
Nice. I got also talking about Amazon purchases. This is good radio. I got WeatherTech floor mats
Nice
finally,
sponsor.
like actual WeatherTech floor mats
Nice.
for the GTI. Oh my goodness, they're so good. Like the back ones are okay, but the front ones, like they scoop up way up on the sides, and they are like perfectly formed around the dead pedal and right under the other pedals and stuff, and they clip into the regular things in the floor that the mats clip to, like pretty much perfect.
I have one for the trunk area, I guess cargo area of the 4Runner, and after the last range trip, I just pulled it out, got a bucket of sudsy water, swooshed it over the whole thing, and threw it over a bush for like an hour, and put it back in the back. It's clean, like the swoop shape, like it just had all this like leaves and pine needles and like horse crap and just all kinds of stuff just caught inside of it. It's pretty slick.
You have to make sure I have all my stuff in the dock. I think I do.
Did PC Gamer just finally review the monitor that I'm using right now? They did. Look
What
at
did
that.
they think about it?
They gave it a 90 out of 100.
That's not bad.
That's kind of cool. They start the review off explaining that on paper, it's not very exciting in a land of 4K TVs, 60 inches for, $1,000. You're going to pay $700 for 27 inches, 1440p. But then there's just something to be said for the quality of the screen itself. And that's where it shines. And that's a very hard thing to sell versus just the specs.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm really, really happy with my screen. But I wish I want this size and resolution and everything to become, I guess, more obtainable. Like, if there wasn't this one particular listing on Amazon, which still feels like it must have been a mistake of some kind. Like, I don't know why Acer would sell them for this price. Like, it's just a ludicrous, even compared, like, the list price on this is more expensive than our 60-inch 4K HDR TV. Like,
yeah, it's.
but I am really happy with it. I was playing some Doom the other day, and I was like, ooh, G-Sync with the 1080 Ti with this monitor for Doom. It's like, it's a good experience.
Oh man. I just found a tab from last night when I was researching military symbols, like the one I showed you on that hat today. That's not even the worst example. Some of these get creepier. I guess you can't open links through Skype right now, can you?
Not easily, but you can send them through GroupMe. I'm excited to receive your artwork.
It's just, look at this one in the middle of the hat. Like, it looks even scarier.
Russian Imperial winter hat.
Spoilers.
There's there's a phobia for this.
Oh, you're right.
Where things are eyes, like
yeah.
let me look it up. Phobia where things are eyes.
Look at this aviation cap. It's black and red. Are we the bad guys?
Amatophobia is fear of eyes. It's not that.
Fear of eyes.
Phobia where things look like eyes. Ooh, trypophobia.
I have heard of that, actually.
That's the one. That's not eyes necessarily. That's where there's like holes and things, like lots of. And you're like,
I've seen some like renderings, illustrations that like describe that fear, and I'm like, I don't think I have that, but that does make me like a little uncomfortable just to look at.
Well, here,
Yeah.
let me give you a link if you just want to double check in case you're, if you just want to see if you're,
It's like you're making faces, so it's
see, that's one of the things, like, it doesn't technically bother me, but then you just keep going through the list and you're like, I don't know about this.
yeah, this isn't bad. That's not
Keep
bad.
going.
Strawberry one's interesting. I've never seen a strawberry without the seeds before. Whew. Okay, yeah, some of those are. Okay, yeah, when it's the skin ones, that's where it gets me.
Yeah.
Yeah, the skin ones, that's the line. When it looks like it's inside of a person, I think that just makes me feel like medically icky. like looking at someone getting surgery or something. It's just like, that's...
Like, it feels like there's a bunch of bot flies in there or something.
Yeah. Oh, thanks for that imagery. That's... Well, time for the podcast.
Macrophobia is a fear of long waits. Ooh. Nyctohylophobia. Nyctohylophobia is the fear of dark wooded areas or forests at night.
Seems like a reasonable enough fear.
Politicophobia, the fear or abnormal dislike of politicians. This feels fine.
That's more of like a self-defense measure. Like it's innate.
Ophthalmophobia is the fear of being stared at. Anyway, nice uplifting conversation. I still didn't find the one of what everything being covered in eyes. Like, that's a particular thing, like where stuff has eyes on it.
You always see like people start out with the photos with the spiders with tons of eyes.
Yeah.
And like flies,
Yeah.
the macro photos.
Yeah.
I've seen those before, yeah.
I just don't know what it's called.
Does this straw noise make for great radio?
I don't know.
Chalkboard.
Does that $6 drink make for good radio?
I only paid $2 for it. It tastes terrible. But I'm still drinking like most of it. I'm gonna get my $2 worth. Yeah, that's not very good.
Don't like that. Nah. Not that noise.
It tastes like you're eating a big spoonful of just protein cocoa powder.
And you paid more. Well, you didn't pay more for that. But in theory, a person would pay more for that.
I mean, maybe if like you don't mind the taste of protein shakes, I guess this would be tasty. But I wanted coffee, not a protein shake. I've got a pretty good amount of Austrian gear. I actually got a second ammo bag in an order last month. I got the top handguard piece for the M95 finally. And I was like, it's only $7 and no shipping to throw in another ammo bag. Why not? And now we're here. It's on the shelf. I actually have a can of slightly what is it, like cherry red wood dye on the workbench back there. I'm gonna try to soak that handguard through the finish, and because it's so close, it's like one tint off to the rest of the stock. So I'm gonna see if I can just like go over it with a sponge and let it soak a bit. I think that might be enough to do it. We podcasting? Is that what's gonna happen?
You're disappointed in me, I can tell.
I just know you can do better.
All right. I think I'm about ready.
It's all you.
You're not going to do time codes, are you? On 3. 1, 2, 3. Was that on time?
I don't even listen anymore.
Do you need me to say exactly when we're live, or can I just,
Yes.
we're live? So Joel, you were just making fun of Windows.
Yeah.
Can I make fun of Mac for a minute?
Sure.
Actually, I'll start with the positive. I've discovered since I talked to you last, 2015 MacBook Pros can also run a 4K 60 hertz display. I tested it on my wife's work laptop when I got home on my
nice.
monitor here with the right mini DisplayPort cable and a 2015 or newer. You can run 4K 60 hertz, which is good because they're the last generation MacBook Pro, so they're way cheaper. So you can get one with good specs for used for like $1,000 with like 16 gigs of RAM and a 256 gig SSD and all that stuff. So, but it's been very frustrating. I've been researching how to get 4K 60 hertz output from a computer, and there's one article Apple wrote, or one like reference page on their site, where they're like, these are the computers that support this this resolution, and these are the computers that support like this refresh rate. But I cannot find any knowledgeable people online who have actually like tested any of this stuff and are actually helpful. Every forum post or Reddit thing I found is just people ignorantly parroting like, well, there's information right here. And it's just an article literally saying it supports it. Not like, what if the right resolution doesn't show up? How do you do a custom resolution? How do you like, do you need a certain type of DisplayPort cable? Like nothing that. It's like, if you have this, it's supported. And then every forum is just people referencing you to that with zero help whatsoever.
So you're trying to find out if there's a way to support 60 hertz or which ones support that?
Yeah. Because the Apple says which ones support it, but I plugged one in and it wasn't working. So I was trying to figure out, okay, is it the wrong model, wrong graphics card, wrong whatever?
So what did it come down? You needed to have like a DisplayPort like adapter that's gets fast enough for it or whatever?
Actually, I think it came down to may just be random luck. The DisplayPort cable I'm using at work, I think, may just not happen to work with Apple devices.
Is it an official one or anything?
No, it's not an official Apple one.
I was just wondering if it was an official one or something.
I mean, it's a highly rated Amazon cable. You know, it's normal. But I know my 2013 that I have at work can't run it at 60 hertz. So like that's not, the cable hasn't been slowing me down at all. But I tested it at home. I had to try a couple different cables before I found one that would do it. With the 2015, but just you plug it in, like the computer doesn't tell you anything. Like how do you want to scale your resolution? It's like, I don't want to talk about how I'm scaling it. I just want to like, what resolution and refresh rate am I running at? Which Windows took out in the creators update.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
That
Windows
freaking
took
update.
out like the custom resolution stuff in the creators update. So now to like super sample do anything else, like they said they did it to make it easier to use, which that stuff has been
because I mean most people don't fiddle
Joel,
around with that.
That's
though.
been under advanced settings for years, which is just a little link you click for advanced settings out of the easy menu in case you need them.
Yeah.
And they just got rid of advanced settings. Like
it's weird because it's like I wonder how many people go into advanced settings by accident and screw up something, so they feel like something's messed up, I mean, it's dumb, but
it's dumb on both.
That's what happens.
To be clear, I think it's equally dumb on Windows and OS X. Equally dumb. There should be no reason you can't have like I know what I'm doing, please let me just look at the information button.
Yeah, because the part when it becomes really useful is when you're like using a projector or something like that that's different resolutions and like that.
Yeah.
That can kind of be really annoying. Everything's got to be easier now. Gotta dumb everything down.
Yeah, and I really don't think it's making it easier. I was reading a bunch of reviews because I was trying to decide which model would make the most sense. And the new MacBook Pro, really like the base model, is not impressive. The amount of stuff they kind of dumbed down on it really makes you feel like you should get a last gen. Like, I honestly don't see any advantage of getting the new generation unless you really want the touch bar, I guess.
Yeah, I'm not planning to get that yet. I'm really hoping that I really just want like my Air with just a Retina display. That's all I want.
Well, I
That's
mean,
what
honestly,
that's what I
isn't the
want from
new
Max one.
isn't the new MacBook Pro is pretty much just as fast, or it's thin and everything?
Yeah, I mean it's definitely faster now. Yeah, it's just not as thin. I want like the MacBook body, but maybe slim down a little bit more. But that's what I would love.
But you don't want a regular like MacBook because they're slow.
Yeah, well, like the ones right now with Retina, they're pretty good. They definitely gotten the speed up now that it would be faster than my MacBook Air. But at the time,
the Core M.
Oh, sorry. You mean the regular
no,
MacBooks?
I mean, yeah, exactly. It's hard to
I
tell.
thought you were talking pros. Sorry.
MacBook is thinner than the
Yeah.
Air, which really isn't much thinner. Like, it isn't really any thinner than the Pro anymore either. Like, it doesn't. Actually, I think Eggard's Pro is thinner than your Air at the thickest part of your Air. It is.
Maybe.
Your Air is thinner in the front because it's just they taper it down. But
Yeah. Yeah. Either way, I just, that's what I'd love to see them do, but we'll see what happens. Oh,
Yeah.
freaking Norman! Stop stealing my money away. I want my laptop.
I mean, how much more money does Norman need?
It is an endless into the void.
Have you considered that maybe that Kickstarter should have been for like $40,000?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
But no, you just needed $7,000 to finish the movie.
Well, the thing is, I
Sweet
never
summer
would have gotten $40,000 ever. Not
child.
even close.
That's probably
Yeah.
true.
Yeah, it's like kind of a, what is it, catch-22?
You got it. Look at you turning a phrase.
Wow.
Yeah,
Man.
Joel,
'cause
I want to give you props. I could tell you weren't sure, but you stayed confident and you stuck it, man. You stuck it.
Well, Jeremiah, he's always confident, though. No matter how wrong he is, he's always very confident.
no, not the other day. What was the one he said on the aisle where you said like 5 different variations?
I can bring it.
That's
up
true.
here.
We can reference.
Machine gun style in a panic.
Where they go?
And that's straight from the gift horse in the mouth.
Never hit a racehorse in the mouth. That's what I said.
Also good advice, though.
It's just kind of like, okay, I guess I shouldn't.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things. It's not long.
Yeah, the last
Or
couple
wrong.
were
Sorry.
don't let me
This
don't
is one of
lump,
those things. It's not long, Jeremiah.
don't lump me in with the bread barrel.
That is just so far off of anything.
And then what do you got? Locusts? Leprosy? Locusts.
You never saw that window behind you?
No, well, there was a car that was just like.
And you're like, they're coming to the house. They're coming. Second story. It's happening. How much would that scare you? Like if we, you wake up and there's like car headlights right outside your window. Like,
Yeah, that'd be scary. I'd be scared, and then also Harry Potter.
how tired would you have to be before, if we could fake a Harry Potter car showing up, you'd be tired enough. You're like, well, I guess I'm getting in. This is fine.
You just accept this.
I think I've only been that tired enough to do something like that once in my life. And that was after I
Go
got back
on.
from camp, and I had literally slept 1 day out of 5 days. It was so brutal. And I got back, and my mom asked me to immediately wash my clothes, and I was angry at her for that, because I'm like, I just got back and I wanted to sleep, but, gotta do that. So I go downstairs, I put my laundry in, and I lean up against the side, and I fell asleep for 6 hours standing up, leaning against a bookshelf. And apparently
didn't fall over?
Apparently my eyes were open too.
Oh,
So my mom came down and was like, Joel, you gonna finish your laundry? You gonna finish it? You've been down here for hours. And I'm like, ah! And I just like freaked out, like, ah! I was like, what's going on? Oh, it was so weird. I was so incredibly tired.
So why
your body went into, like,
did you
forced
not
hibernate.
sleep at camp?
Because I was at this thing called, I actually have it on my keys. What is the name?
Order of the Arrow?
No, it wasn't that. It's almost like a training seminar thing for like I don't know, basically want to be a leader within scouts or something like that. But during the day, we do all these classes and stuff, and it was really fun. But you literally got zero free time till like maybe 10 o'clock in the evening, and so we just hung out a lot, and we did a lot of extra cool things at night. And it might not have been 5 days; it might have been like 3 days, but it was just like the most I've ever stayed up, like back to back. It was just nuts.
Oh man.
Yeah. It was fun though. Man, I've never been that exhausted before. Except for this weekend.
Again, Joel, I don't understand why you do this.
Well, because sometimes I'm nice.
Understand, I understand why, but again, I don't understand. Do something for little Joel.
I do that a lot, like miss the podcast.
Oh, man.
Speaking of which, do we have a topic for tonight?
Dude, I'm just happy to be here at all.
Why? What's going on with you?
I just feel like I've been hit by a train this week. I think what's happening is now that Jess is getting up earlier than I am for work, I think I'm waking up partially when she leaves, and then I'm sleeping for like 30 or 45 minutes and waking up just completely.
Now,
like,
what time are you going to
out of it.
sleep?
I mean, it's been all over the place this week.
Well, that's probably why. You got to get consistent, good amounts of sleep. You're a grown boy.
That's what made me angry on Tuesday was I went to bed at like 11 p.m. on Monday. I'm like, all right, I'm just going to get worked on tomorrow. And then I got plenty of sleep and felt worse on Tuesday than I did on Monday. Got home from work Tuesday and crashed. And I was like, come on. I tried.
I think I have a topic though, because after
Don't tell us. Surprise us.
Oh, okay.
Just write Joel's topic, unless it's not that cool. I don't know.
It'll be Joel's surprise.
All right.
Hey, do we have another?
help out?
Hey, do we have another poster at all? We should put that up.
Well, we'd been putting dates on them, so I stopped showing them because you said we weren't going to do that date, probably.
Yeah, but who cares? I mean, there's still going to be something on that date.
Maybe I'll just convert some to coming soon and put some of those up.
Yeah,
Would that be okay?
that's fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
That's what we got on the other video.
Okay. I'll do that. I'll do another then.
I remembered it.
Yes. Are you wearing your band? Go ahead.
Oh, I realized that Wildlands came out with I didn't realize there was a documentary they did. I want to watch that. It's all about cartel stuff. And there was like a 30-minute little short film that's like a prequel to the game. And then they released a book. So random. So I'm like, yay, more Wildlands. I'm so excited. It's not done yet.
And then I had to inform Joel, like, there's been tons of Ghost Recon books. Like, it's called Tom Clancy's.
Well, I meant
Ghost
Wildlands.
Recon.
I think I've heard that there was Ghost Recon, but I mean, it's one specifically.
Is it called like
Wildlands.
Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon Wildlands, and then it's written by some other dude because Tom Clancy's dead?
Yeah, it's been written by other people for a long time, but they own the rights.
I think
to.
some of the Ghost Recons were actually written by him.
No, I know, but I mean this one specifically for the game.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, they've had similar or same writer, I think, for many years, working on Division and all that kind of stuff.
Ghost Recon book. I want to see how far back they go. 2008. Actually, the newest book is reviewing better than the last couple for the Ghost Recon series. That's pretty cool. Oh man, that Ghost Recon 2 PS2 cover art looks like someone photoshopped a couple of airsofters.
Well,
Here, I'll
it
post
was
this.
it was back in the standard def days, you know. Post it in the CSG live show thing.
Yeah. Oh, here, I'll post it in the YouTube chat. Yeah, look at this. It looks like a photo of two airsofters that someone photoshopped. Like,
I remember this. Wait, 2007 First Contact, 2011 Final Assault. What, like for the world?
that is a terrible, terrible cover image.
Jungle stuff.
Oh my gosh.
I really want to check some of these games out. Is there a game for the PS4?
Ghost Recon Wildlands.
I mean, is that it? Like that's the
Yeah.
that's the newest
Yeah,
one.
I
that
don't think
came out
there
on
hasn't been a Ghost Recon
PS4?
game since what?
2008, I believe.
Yeah.
It's been a long time.
Yeah. What was that one game that came out recently that had all the guns and everything? You know, there's got to be one on the PS3.
Oh, the game that came out.
I'm looking up Ghost-
Joel, seriously? That's your description?
What?
That
Here we
game
go.
with all
Where's
the
that?
guns?
Yeah, that was not...
Okay, there was Advanced Warfare 2007. Future Soldier 2012. Yeah, okay. Okay, yeah, there we go. That's the one I was talking about, that they had all the guns kind of break apart and everything. I wonder, it'd be kind of cool if they came out with a whole like HD remake of a lot of those, or just a collection, put them together. That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah.
I've never gotten to play any of those. I remember one game I played was the Tom Clancy. It had Ben Affleck, and it was a movie. I forget what was it called. Did you ever play that one, Dave? Ben Affleck played Jack Ryan in it, and it was about like a nuclear bomb in.
Oh, the Sum of All Fears?
Sum of All Fears, yeah. I played. I never
was
owned
that
the
a
game.
game?
I had the demo, but it had like 2 levels, and me and my brother, we played the crap out of that game. That was a lot of fun. That was extremely like really hard.
I love the book. It's one of my favorite books. The movie hit was good too. It had some interesting special effects.
Yeah, spoiler alert for a really old movie, but the nuke actually goes off, which I thought was awesome.
I've actually never seen the movie.
Dang it.
Yeah, and the pacing was really good too, because in classic movie form, they had you believing like, okay, they're gonna get to it just in time in movie style.
Yeah.
I think they were like mid sentence, like, okay, we've almost got it. The next step's gonna be, and then it was like, boom.
Yeah, it was actually really cool.
Oh.
Like it was pretty intense, because it was like, sweet, if like one finally goes off in a movie, like that was really cool.
Now now we've ruined it for Jeremiah. Nice. Nice.
So I'm really tired. Woke up and got to the gym at 6:30 this morning, and so we're working out.
So many words there that I do not
Well,
like.
I've been training myself to wake up a little earlier. Like I've been shifting my schedule back, for 3 or 4 days now, which actually worked out really well on Saturday, because I woke up Saturday at like 7:30, played a couple hours of Wildlands and listened to podcasts. Like I just goofed off for a few hours on Saturday before I started doing like productive Saturday stuff, or Sunday. I don't remember. Is a day on?
I think you said it was Sunday originally.
Sunday. Okay. And then it was a really awesome time. So I've been kind of training myself to wake up a little earlier, getting used to it in preparation for going to the gym this week. And so I woke up, had some coffee, of course drove. There's zero traffic, super easy parking. All that's great. Get to the gym, start working out. And our workout is a fairly demanding one, and I haven't worked out in like 3 weeks. What's up?
Something got deleted from the document. Did somebody sneak out my 90 seconds?
Sneak out your
No.
90
That
seconds.
whole category is just gone.
Oh,
Oh.
Well, aren't you a little dirty dick? Joey.
yes. I don't know. Am I? So I got like really nauseous this morning because it was a super heavy workout on an empty stomach and coffee, after not having done it for a couple weeks. And I was just wiped out. I took a shower. I also haven't gotten like dressed and work ready out of a locker in a long time. So you notice, but the beard was real fluffy. Definitely did not look the way it was supposed to today. And I definitely went to the breakfast place downstairs and got a giant omelet in a burrito, like an omelet wrapped in a tortilla, and ate it at my desk and was hungry.
So basically, you got up extra early to feel extra tired, to get dressed for work in a locker, to be sore and extra hungry, to eat a bunch of crappy food and pay money for it.
But when I got home, there was no working out to be done, and I could just sit and chill for a little bit before dinner. Like,
I was hoping you'd say, when I got home from work, I was so tired, I slept for a couple hours.
Hello, silence, my old friend.
Exactly.
How I've missed you once again. No, is that? I don't know the song. It's like I missed you. Like, oh, silence. Got
Joel,
away from me.
Are you wearing your bandana because you came from your workout and just never took it off?
Exactly.
I wondered. Now, is the bandana sweaty because you were working out in it?
It's probably a little bit sweaty, yeah. I mean, it's dry now.
Okay.
Get that podcast seasoning going on.
I know. I like that smell of a nice workout. Dave, outside of running, when was the
Yes.
last time you would say you worked out? Like, outside of just running. Because that is really good exercise. Just curious.
Probably in Scouts.
Wait, when did you work out in Scouts?
Physical fitness merit badge.
For a merit badge. I thought you were like troop did like PE or something in the morning. Like, no, for a merit badge. That was great. Always for a prize. A good scout never wakes up early unless it's for a merit badge.
Whoosh.
How did you deal with waking up early, Dave, in the Scouts?
The same way that you dealt with it when you got home from your Scout activities. I slept for like 12 hours when I got home.
I'm just trying to picture you at scout camp. Like every time there's a merit badge of always taking the proper notes or signing your name in at the right time.
I didn't carry a notebook.
What'd you take notes? What did you take notes of? Like during the classes?
Some of them do have like more stuff that would be good to take notes on, like
Like basketry?
specifically not basketry. Some of the first aid merit badges, some of the ones like the reptile studies one, like you're learning lots of information. Like it's hands-on, but you're still learning lots of
I
information.
need to check to see what merit badges I ended up actually getting. I mean, obviously I got Eagle, but I don't remember. I don't think I took reptile studies. I don't think I did that one.
Yeah, I found mine actually just recently. My whole merit badge, that sash thing, I have like 90. It's a lot.
Did you ever have to take your what was it, like learning about your community or something? I forget. You had to go to like a local college to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I really enjoyed that class. That was cool.
I
took one that was sorry, Jeremiah.
No, it's all right. Go ahead.
It was nuclear studies, and I swear the booklet for it was so old. It was just the side of like a Fallout pamphlet, like Fallout Universe. It was like, "Hey, Scouts, let's learn about our friend the Atom." Basically, like the whole booklet was like that. It had like a black and white photo of I think 3 Mile Island. Like, how old is this thing?
Someone's in the comment. I bet Dave had a beard in Scouts. I imagine him. I imagine you did, but I know you didn't. I've seen those photos.
No, I was the exact opposite in Scouts. I was beardless with long hair, like a bowl cut style hair.
You got right to business. Ain't got no time for this. Like, gotta go really quick to the camp store.
Correction, to the snack shack to buy all the snacks.
Dude, I always loved getting the root beer floats there.
Oh yeah.
Oh man, such good memories.
I'm actually surprised that my heart hasn't seized up completely from the amount of Frito pies that I ate.
Oh
at
man,
camp.
oh you're right. Oh
Dude, I would
gosh.
get one at least every day. Like, they just take the like not the family size bag of Fritos, but like the larger than like the small.
Oh,
ones.
yeah,
it's like
yeah,
it's
yeah.
like a medium sized bag of Fritos. Just cut it open, fill it full of chili and cheese.
Oh, Dave. Do you remember? I remember
Wait.
having that in a full cup of Coke, like
Joel,
ice cold Coke.
You hate messes. How did you deal with a Frito pie out of
I
a
ate it with a
bag?
spoon.
Oh, that's not a camp.
I did not touch that with my hands. I had my memories by using a spoon. John, you.
Yes.
You were
Which
going to
one
say
are you
something.
It wasn't important.
No, you can't say that now. Now it is important.
All right, how about I don't remember?
Okay.
Well,
I was gonna say you were talking about you took a merit badge about something and you learned a lot about your town. I did
Yeah.
the same thing, and I didn't know this, but apparently the town I grew up in was the oldest still inhabited settlement in the New World. Because like colonial Jamestown, nobody lives in colonial Jamestown anymore. Like Jamestown was settled, but the town of Jamestown is not where colonial Jamestown was. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So apparently the town I grew up in was the oldest one where people like stopped there, settled there, and stayed there, and then just never left, which I thought was pretty cool. Like one of the houses I used to cut grass at had there's historical markers everywhere, but it had a historical marker, and I think the outside of the house was about 300 years old. So, yeah.
Wow.
man, that's awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. And I you know how I learned that? I went to the brick and mortar library and dug old books out of their reference room and had to read old books at their research table, the ones you can't check out and take home, and look at like microfiche stuff on the little reader. Man, that is something that today's kids just won't understand.
I tell you what.
One of the biggest reasons why I used to love libraries is honestly due to Indiana Jones. And I'm not joking whatsoever. Him searching in the libraries, like the ancient ones and The Last Crusade. Oh man, when I was a kid going in some of the bigger like local or public libraries or various ones we're able to, gosh, just going through I would always go to I used to like going to the more like biography section. And I'm like a little kid and I didn't understand any of that, but like it just always felt like I was opening like old ancient tomes and I'm going to learn about like mummies or something and secrets. I just loved that. I always loved the smell of a library too. Like some of the older books, I don't know, just the older smell of the books and the paper just was pretty cool. That's what
Smell of mildew and decay.
yeah. Ever since Dave sent me that free audiobook, I've been like, I don't know, just remembering some older biographies I used to read as a kid. And I learned something that I'm actually really pissed about. I was like, no, it was one of my favorite books. And it's really funny why it's my favorite too.
Is it racist? I'm going to stop right here. Is it racist?
I don't think so.
Okay, well, you said you learned something about one of your favorite books, and you're like, oh, man.
I had tons of books. I had like books about Lincoln and George Washington and everything, all that. Like there are all these like little short like biographies we had. Like I think we had 50 of them. Some. I just always loved reading them. But one I always loved about George Washington Carver and about peanut butter and all that stuff. But I was like, we just got a smoothie earlier, and it was saying like apparently like it's like debated he doesn't have it. But I was remember like I love that book. I'm like, what else isn't true? I was so pissed. I'm like, no. I feel like growing up sucks. You like learn shit and you're like, no, come on.
That's actually, I was like to say, that's been you a lot lately, Joel, is learning things you didn't know, didn't want to know. Now you're like, come on.
Yeah, I was just like, I don't know, it was a little frustrating. I was like, like some of the things when you read as a kid or, obviously things kind of change when people find new things or whatever. And it's just like, it's like that memory is taken away. I used to love that book. It always made me hungry.
All right, John.
I don't know.
It's okay, man. It's all right.
But I appreciate you always assuming I'm going to go straight to racist.
Well, I just wanted to head that off at the pass if we needed to.
Thanks. I appreciate it.
We getting started one of these days? What do you guys think?
Oh yeah, we probably should.
How, dude? Seriously.
Dude, we are gonna Dave, we are gonna be dragging ourselves to the end episode of CSG when Daisy releases. It's just gonna be a final cut feed.
Yeah.
Cut.
I'll probably save it for the podcast, but did you guys look over the status report this week? I know Joel saw it.
I read the whole thing. Have you read the whole thing yet, Dave?
I have.
For DayZ?
Nice.
I
Yeah.
didn't even know there was one.
Because when Dave says read, sometimes I wonder, does he mean read or does he mean tabbed?
About half the time it means tabs.
Well, let's
Yeah.
make sure we do that in the news.
This is a podcast all about PC gaming, DayZ, and Battlefield.
I feel like we should. I feel like we should convert back to that, Dave. For the last like 5 to 10 episodes, whenever DayZ is nearing the official, we if we do ever end it, we should probably end it when DayZ officially releases as beta, because we know it will take 3 more years to officially be out of beta.
That'd be awesome though. Like the last episode is all about Battlefield and DayZ. Because Battlefield's in the upswing. Maybe DayZ's next.
Yeah, because Battlefield be unbox loot crates and then
no, don't you dare. Don't you dare.
All right. You guys ready to go?
Yeah,
Let's do this.
All right. Got some time codes for us?
I do. I like how you're like trying to sound all chipper, but you know you're deadly sleepy right now.
We're going to play Wildlands. All right. Ready?
Yep.
On 3. 1, 2, 3. No, was it bad? Was it bad?
I was trying not to do it, but it was ungodly bad.
No, I'm looking at the thing. It doesn't look that bad. It's not that bad. No. I'm looking at, no, it's not that bad. I'll send it to you later. You don't know. You don't know what you're talking about. Why am I being so insecure?
You not caring about lighting? The podcast is going in the right direction.
I noticed how you guys don't even answer Skype until like 5 minutes after 8 now. You're like, whatever. Starting
I'm
on
usually
time for
always
idiots.
early. I'm usually always 5 minutes early, like every single time, no matter. But today I felt like crap, so I literally just woke up.
It's okay.
Actually, if I didn't check Star Wars news, I would have been early.
Oh,
But I checked Star Wars news.
the quality webcam with 6 stops total. The end.
Oh man.
It's great because like I installed a custom track light. I have a actual backlight going on, and then some extra like side lights in the back. I now have more lights than Jeremiah, I think.
Are we going live?
Oh, the warm-up's live. Well, sorry. Definitely did not tell you. That was my bad. Woo.
I was right about to just go right into a torrent of swear words.
A torrent of swears.
A torrent of swears, guys. Da, 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 da. About the jam. Da, 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 into the void. That's basically the theme song. that's where McDonald's food is gonna go into the void.
This comment on last week's podcast for the train wreck right at the start. All about that irreverent rub of gaming.
Oh, we need to start reading some of the. We've been getting good podcast comments. We got to start reading some of those on the air.
Yeah, we actually have some feedback on the gambling question on the comments this week.
And we've got 2 really good actual bits of mail that we're sending. Dang it, we got a lot to read.
But this
You
is
guys
a
wanna do
podcast
a,
about audio.
Well,
Says the
Jeremiah,
guy
let's do
eating
this.
popcorn on the pot. No lights. Talk about Star Wars. My name is Joel. I stopped giving a crap a year ago.
Have you seen my new Kickstarter? It's why I'm here. Don't choke on the popcorn. Jeremiah, I vote that we I haven't dug much into the article that I suggested as the main topic for this week. Let's put it aside. Let's do replies this week.
I already. All right.
I didn't say to do that.
Yeah, but you guys very frequently don't respond when I ask you.
I'm taking the main topic and I'm deleting it.
Why don't you just save it for next week? I'll just skip it, so you don't lose the link. I think it's a very good title?
It's at the bottom.
Okay. You'll have to help read, Dave, because I can't.
Are you blind? It's like,
Why are you look so happy? You're like, oh, you're blind?
I'm just
Did
like,
it happen?
I'm just slightly excited that age is catching up to you, maybe.
I'm tired.
You're more like me.
I'm tired from work, and my
Tired,
voice
old, withered.
my voice is tired. Joel, I'll be honest.
He's gonna be very quiet.
I kind of enjoyed beating up on that department today that was trying to misuse your time. I was very polite and nice about it, but firm words were had.
If I didn't have the headache, I wanted to go, but I did tell you got a call too.
I stood
I
by their
referred to
desk
you.
while they finished their phone call for 5 minutes. I stood right there, and then when they finished
Really?
their phone call, it was 4:30. I don't got time to mess around. I'm gonna be out for a couple days. And I was like, hey, I need to talk to you about this. And I said a lot nicer than that. And we got through that. I went and got their director happened to be, I saw walk past another room. So I called them over real quick and I talked to them about it. And they were like, oh yeah, that's ridiculous. We shouldn't do that. I was like, So I was actually a lot politer than that makes it sound, but it was a little bit fun because, you know, it's a little bit fun.
Yeah. What's this crap you're posting in there? What's spam, Dave?
I saw a link for Smith & Wesson 1911 that has rosewood grips.
It's okay.
It's pretty beautiful.
Well, Dave,
Ooh,
if
that
you
logo,
can read,
man.
If you can read the comments, I can read the email.
Yeah, I got it. I say as I realize I just closed the tab with the comments that I had open.
I'm just a few popcorns away from ready.
Also, Jeremiah, I wasn't ready for that partial full screen version of my own face to be at the front of last week's podcast. I opened the link, I was like, oh.
Wait, I don't remember. What happened?
There's a little teaser at the front of last week's podcast on the upload.
Oh, right.
I just didn't expect that. much.
Sorry, last ones. Man, I fell asleep fast.
That's good. I've been pretty worn out the last few days myself, so I've been putting off a run. So I'm going tonight after the podcast because I've got a bit of energy tonight. It's like I gotta make sure that I get home and eat dinner like as soon as I get home though, because tonight is leftover pasta bake, which is essentially like fast lasagna. And I was like, I don't want to eat that after the podcast and then go for a run. Like pasta, cheese, red sauce, then get all sweaty. Perfect.
I just
Feels
realized we should get together and do a live podcast. We should just hang out, do
For
something
episode
tonight.
200? Next week?
Yeah, probably should. Yeah.
I mean,
the thing we've
I got
planned
this-
for?
I got this whole big couch back here.
We should
guys.
use the couch.
Seriously, all I have to do is turn the camera and we're good to go.
That's pretty much true.
That's a great idea. We should do that, and then we should do a campfire one. Just literally set up a mic. We'll have a bonfire, and we'll just shoot the wind, shoot the breeze, shoot the flames.
Shoot the breeze. Shoot the flames. Ooh, I like the sound of that. Just gather on just shooting the flames.
Ranger Dave says.
Shoot the flames.
Ranger Dave is just confused now.
Ding,
Confused,
ding, 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 ding.
unsettled, very unsettled now.
All right, I'm feeling good. Feeling good. Feeling better.
Cool.
That popcorn hit the right spot there, Joel.
I think it was the Star Wars. Actually.
There it is. There it is.
That made me so happy.
So
I was able to
Well,
send
here.
that to Joy.
why don't you tell me? I honestly have no idea what's going on. We came home and then went out and got sushi and then went here and I don't know what's going on.
Basically, what was just announced is that there is a director and they are finally working on an Obi-Wan Kenobi standalone film.
It's not
That
filming.
is-
They're starting to work on
Not
like,
not filming.
ideas.
They're just starting to work. Yep. But it's official. They've not haven't announced whatsoever that it's been official yet, but they actually have a director and everything. So, or at least they're kind of early talks with it. So, but that's amazing. That is absolutely the most like standalone Star Wars I've been waiting to see for forever. Because I
think
love
everyone,
yeah.
for sure.
And Ewan McGregor's been really talking about he would love to do more or come back. And so I have a feeling there'll probably be an announcement fairly soon with Ewan McGregor there. But it'll be so good because I was very excited about last Star Wars Celebration if Ewan McGregor was going to show up as a surprise and announce it. That was going to be so cool. But alas, nothing. So I was like, man, come on. Why are they not announcing this? Like, this is the movie people are wanting. Like, people are okay about Han Solo, but they would literally shelve it aside for Obi-Wan Kenobi.
You think so?
Oh, yeah. I think just because Obi-Wan, I think, lends itself more of a character that you just want to know more about as opposed to Han Solo, you know? It's a little bit more of like, the fuzzy background. And
I feel like you already know a lot about Obi-Wan. He's in 4 movies. I mean, you see him, you follow him from a younger man up into an old man with a 30 or 20-year gap in the middle.
But you want to find out, what was all happening down on Tatooine while he was, taking care of Luke, or at least watching Luke, and even
just sitting
and
outside, just cracking open a cold one, looking at sand.
I would watch that. I would watch the crap out of that movie.
It's basically what. See, here's what I want for Star Wars. And Joel, please don't start screaming and trying to block me or something. Just have an open mind for general Star Wars ideas, okay? I think we both agree. More Star Wars in the world.
All I want to do, I just want to remind you, there was an announcement for Obi-Wan Kenobi today. Just want to let you know how excited I was.
So I want
Don't
it
steal
to
my
be.
excitement.
I want it to be like a Curb Your Enthusiasm in the desert of Obi-Wan, just hanging out in the desert, just hating everything, just being a crabby old guy, like stupid Luke kid over there. He didn't even know. He didn't even know I'm over here. I've been watching his butt for years. Watching his butt. Did that with his dad. Look how that turned out. Ungrateful little piece of crap.
We want a Gran Torino of Obi-Wan movies like that. Did you ever seen that movie?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I want something like that. But I guess with his age, it might. I'm curious to know what they can do. But it's Obi-Wan. You can do anything you want.
I mean, I'd still rather have.
Was that
Curb Your
consent? I
Enthusiasm.
think. I feel like that was consent to something that is beyond all of our understanding.
It was something.
What is
What
that?
in the world? I just saw a photo of Shane with blue hair. What? Oh, that's blue hair.
There's Joel's old man face.
Oh man.
This is when he was a young man.
I love that.
Do we know how old is Shane now?
26, I think.
He's eternal.
He's eternal.
So Joel,
Yeah.
Yeah.
do you disapprove of fashionable hair colors on men? Let's talk about this.
No.
That's
I
smart.
mean,
Took a long time to say no there.
I don't know.
No.
I think there's very few colors I think that would work great. Like, I can't remember the last time I saw a classy haircut with weird blue flares or hot orange or something like that. But I mean, it depends on the occasion, man. Like skateboarding, gotta have that color. Although it is surprising that it's definitely gone away a lot more. Mm-hmm. It's not as popular. Early '90s was crazy. How much I always remember everyone like every teen around was like going to the malls and getting your hair done was such a huge thing to do. That and freaking yo-yos for a small period of time. What a weird time.
Just remembering how much I am younger than you. I'm like, I remember that. I was like 8.
That's what you did out on the town, man.
I didn't go out on the town. I was 8.
Well, guys are there.
Joel, I need to get a hot or nah from you on this. Hot or nah.
What did you just say? What is hot or nah?
Go check the CSG live chat thing and group me.
Okay.
Yeah, like, is it hot or not? It's like hot or nah.
Oh, hot or not?
Nah, but nah instead of not.
Just
Like,
stop.
hit it or
shortening
nah.
shit. Oh, that car?
That's called a bikini top.
Is
on
that
the car.
yours?
You don't like it?
I love that. No, I think it looks better without the
it-
top on it.
Well,
It looks like a shredded shirt for a car.
It's a Miata, so it's a convertible. And the idea is if you want to have some shade but still get the feeling of driving with the top down, you can just put the bikini top on and you still get a lot of the open air feeling. But
If you
with
scroll up a little
shade.
bit more to the woman's face, that's my response.
Oh, all right. My father-in-law has one of these on his Jeep. I'll show you on a Jeep. Maybe you'll feel different.
I like that color though. That's a nice color.
Yeah, that is a really cool color.
That's my favorite probably year-end color of Miata. All right, let me find a picture of it on a old CJ. See if you feel any different.
CJ.
CJ, a generation of Jeep, the same generation that my
Is it actual C and a J, or is
Yeah.
it like a C-do? Like
no CJ, like an
CJ.
actual C and a J.
Okay. Who's pinging me? Oh,
We'll see if it actually.
I see
loads.
photo bucket. We're looking at cars. Come on, load. Oh, this one doesn't want to load. Must be a big car.
Not quite. Let me try to grab a different.
Ooh, I do like that Jeep.
Okay.
That looks real. That looks awesome on a Jeep.
Okay, so you understand the idea. Does it make more sense on a Jeep? Mm-hmm. Like,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
So it's the same thing, but
Yeah, it's almost like
on
a
convertible.
tent. It's like a tent top.
Yeah, it's like a little canopy.
Interesting.
You know?
Yeah.
That
That's really
Miata
cool on a
though,
Jeep.
man, I like how that Miata looks. It's just the lowering, the wheels, the roll bar, everything is just right on that car. In my opinion. Dave, would you mind sending out a tweet?
I can do that
Back in
because it's
2
not time
seconds.
codes. Joel just went out into the abyss. Oh. For some reason, DX Tory is recording 2 microphone tracks instead of speakers of microphone. It's also recording the wrong microphone. Wow, that was something.
Those yawns are getting more intense.
We're getting old.
I start drinking. I'm basically drinking like my Ensure shakes. We all need to start
combo.
going to like a steam room together.
No. No.
Why not?
Are we that old already,
I need,
Joel?
to see, I need to see if John wants to go because that just sounds really fun now.
What are the rules
I hated
for
that
the
as a
steam
kid.
room? What are the rules
What?
for the steam room?
No rules in a steam room.
That's not true at all. There are most definitely rules in the steam room.
All right.
There
I
are
think that-
specific rules in the steam room.
I definitely think that should go into the doc. There's no rules in the steam room.
Dude, okay, that would make an awesome movie poster. I would go see that movie like, what's going to happen? There are no rules in the steam room.
Do you want to see what goes on in the steam room, though? It's not like there's no rules in the halls of Congress or there's no rules in the underground. Like, there's no rules in the steam room. Like, what?
The first rule
You
of
know they just
steam
mean
room
old men just
is
sitting there
no
with their
rules.
balls out. Like that's all it's gonna be.
I don't want that.
Just swinging in the breeze.
There's no breeze in there. It's just completely just hot air. Oh, okay, you got it. Oh, Shane's got it. I'm gonna message John right now. Hey, you wanna go to a steam room?
Of course
with
he's gonna
me?
say yeah.
I'm not faking. I'm asking.
No, I said he's gonna say yeah.
Oh, I think he's gonna say hell yeah.
I can see that. Yeah.
I really want pizza right now.
How's that shake doing for you?
It's actually pretty good. Got the chocolate one. It's pretty good.
But it's not pizza, apparently.
No, it's not pizza. I was just thinking about the pizza we have downtown. So good. Just want a huge slice right now.
Mm.
You want to go, Jeremiah?
I do.
Sometime?
Can you wait till like Tuesday or Wednesday?
Yeah, man. Let's do it.
If you want to bring any pizza over, in the meantime, I'll be sitting on the couch patiently
I absolutely will.
waiting.
Dude, I will bring you Chipotle. You want
Friends.
Chipotle? I'll bring you Chipotle.
I'd rather have pizza with you because you don't like Chipotle.
Okay. Well, but you like Chipotle.
I do. But I also like pizza.
I will bring pizza then.
I'll be having a very fat couple days. Let's just put it that way.
I'm do it. Fatten you up for the steam room. Everybody always goes to the steam room.
Want that skin nice and pink? Taut. Pink and taut.
That phrase from everyone floats down or something like that. The it phrase, that clown movie is coming out.
Oh, I've
Stephen
never-
King.
I've
There's
never
always
seen
one
it.
that says like everybody floats down, something like that. It's a phrase he keeps on saying. Everyone goes to the steam room. For nothing creepy, just to relax your muscles.
You explaining things that aren't creepy. What was the other one? It was a couple weeks ago. Like you're to sneak up behind somebody and be like, "This isn't creepy. I'm not attacking you." Like that's gonna be your opening line.
When I told Dave earlier, I was like, since Dave still owes me 1 hour of Alien Isolation, I said, I'm like, Dave, I'm going to come over to your house. I'm going to sedate you. I'm going to put you into bed. And then I'm going to put your VR goggles over your head so that you wake up in Alien Isolation. Dave's like, oh, okay. Yeah, I like that. Okay, I can handle that.
Yeah, I was like, I'm glad
Wait.
the alien is where that ended, because
That
sedate
would
me and
be
put me in bed.
sorry. That'd be an interesting experiment. Let someone fall asleep, put the goggles on them, get them set up, and let them wake up in a game. How disorienting would that be?
Dude, look up. There's articles of people have already done that.
Really?
Yeah, and they've woken up in Resident Evil, and they literally went, what? Like freaking out, like, oh, I'm in VR. That's going to be a scary thing in the future.
You wake up in the void.
You're going to wake up and you're in a steam room.
Welcome to the Steam Room VR. It's got touch support.
You take it off. Oh, I'm afraid. I'm away. Nope. Actually in a steam room. No. Steam room VR. Dude, if I had money, I would love to make like a collection of like VR experiences are all in one that are just terrible. Like 25 experiences, like taxes, where you just literally have a pen and you just gotta like do your taxes. Just really boring stuff. Sort through pills for the week.
Mail sorting. You actually have to like open the drawers, put the mail in.
I'm tired. Not in a bad way. just tired.
I'm actually really pissed that John's not messaging me back late yet.
Mm.
I didn't know this. Apparently, in World War One, Remington manufactured some of the most Nagant rifles for Russia. They're apparently quite rare.
Cool.
They must have had production issues or something. That's very odd. Seems like a very long journey to the Eastern Front from America. Is it time to
Yeah, let's do
get
it.
this thing going here?
Yeah, let's get balling.
Guess we could.
Joel, have you been Googling youth sayings again?
No, I've been trying to guess though.
Once
Is
you
that
find
one?
out, I mean, once you find out what the youth are saying, you know,
Isn't ballin' though one? Like that I'm
not
balling around? Like
really.
we're gonna go balling.
Balling around. I've been balling around.
We're going balling. I don't know, is it
Come on, cousin, let's go balling.
balling.
Oh man.
Uh,
I thought that was one.
I mean, ballin' like being a baller, like
Oh, what is a baller?
being a baller, like a
Let's see.
a
Let's
rich
go
person driving
ballin'.
fancy cars and showing up to the club and getting bottle service and
Being a famous YouTuber.
yeah, you know.
So I've heard.
Let's go balling to play basketball.
Well, yeah, a baller
Living
can
in
also
influence
refer to
well.
a basketball player, but
Living the good life. Yeah. I'm still balling. I'm still living in the good life. Yeah, so let's go balling.
But no, but you don't use it like that. Like you can say
Oh.
you can say I'm balling right now, but you don't say I'm gonna be balling. Like that's it's like saying like I'm gonna go be successful. It's like it's not a thing you say. Hey, well you guys are hanging out here. I'm gonna go be successful. Bye.
Images for let's go ballin'. One of the first ones is the GTA. Hey Nico, it's Roman. Let's go bowling. Whoa. Mary, let's go ballin' on a river. What is this? It's got Game of Thrones on it. I don't know. Whatever. Yeah, let's get this podcast ballin'.
I mean, as long as it slaps.
Is slaps, is that supposed to be kind of like a knee slapper? So like if
No.
it's slapping, if you're doing that, it's a good thing.
You're thinking
No.
too much into it.
If it slaps, like it's not pinging, it's making a noise. It's got flair.
Slaps on Urban Dictionary. Cracking songs from the Bay Area. Example. You got any Mac Dre slaps? Slap is also tight music.
I don't know any of the, who the heck is Mac Dre?
Probably a local artist from the Bay Area.
Oh, okay.
Slap is tight music, something you can go dumb to. It's from the Bay Area, California.
You can go dumb to.
Music that's desirable. Have you heard that new Mike Jones album? That stuff slaps.
I would just think like that song must have a lot of bass.
Also, SLAP stands for Sounds Like a Plan. Hey, Rachel, let's meet at Flat Top tonight at 7. SLAP, I'll see you there.
Bye.
That was a line.
All right, anyway, you guys ready to do this?
Yep.
Always.
On 3. 1, 2, 3.
I'm completely barefoot in the live stream too. Just
Are we
foot
sleeping
right
there
in the
too?
face.
We can. I wasn't going to. I was going to go home.
I've got a bed, Joel.
I mean, are you saying that because you want to do a... You want to do like a sleepover?
We need to do sleep.
For my birthday, for the birthday thing.
Let's see, I think we got a bitrate problem.
What bit rate are you trying to send?
Way too high.
10,000.
Settings.
This is higher. We're sending 4K footage.
4,000. Also, I'm gonna go put socks on so I can cross my leg. Without my foot just being right in the camera.
You don't like being barefoot?
Well, I mean, when I put my foot on my leg, it goes right into the camera.
Oh, okay.
It was like, I put my foot up and I was like, oh, look, that's a very white foot just right there.
Are we live?
No.
Okay.
We were live for like 1 second.
Oh, gotcha.
If you're sitting on time for you to go, I'm a vampire, and then cut out again.
But yeah, for birthday thing, we could do a... if you guys are okay with us using your house to sleep on the floor.
No, that'll be fine. I think we have a couple air mattresses, but we got tons of room on the couch. Satin couch. Oh, cutie. So we got, I just started book 4 of Game of Thrones. Because I just got new credits for Audible. So, the Balon Greyjoy guy, the guy that gets chucked off the bridge, he got killed in book 3.
Did he?
Yeah. The guy from the rainy, like, stormy islands in Game of Thrones, I just started book 4. He died in book 3, didn't he? Because in the show, he died in book 6, in season 6.
Who?
Balon
Like
Greyjoy.
the king, the guy is absolute.
Oh, yeah, he died way earlier.
Yeah.
So there are some things that are connecting, like, timeline-wise.
Yeah, because I think in season 6, that's when he died.
Yeah.
And I'm guessing they did that just because it'd be a little bit hard to, like, connect him with the other dude that killed him, and then his rising of power.
Good to go again?
Yeah.
Take 2.
You just awkwardly fixing the boob. This shirt, just pulls apart in the middle. Well, I'm just being self-conscious now about my appearance
Perfect.
and my body because it's on the internet.
This is
We
why I have a
accept you.
blanket. I can hide anything under this.
Joe, are you excited for episode 200?
Hopefully, you can also hide pants and socks like a normal person.
Oh my.
I sure hope people weren't tuning in expecting a repeat of episode 100, where we're like, look at all these planned special sequences.
I mean, we're here together, so there's that.
There is that. We weren't even here together for episode 100.
We weren't?
That was remote.
Huh.
Yeah, was episode 50? No, yeah, we haven't been together for any of the big ones.
We haven't been together since the beach house last year. Since the infamous waffle stomping.
That was at the beach house?
Yeah.
That was at a cabin. I don't know.
Wait, Dave.
Oh, sorry. We're looping. Yeah, that is definitely live in the background. We got this, guys. We got it.
Oh, are we live?
Yeah, we are live.
It just says stream resume. Oh, stream is resumed, not stream resume.
The stream is just playing back into the stream over and over again.
Infinite loop stream.
Alright.
The echo is getting louder and louder, Shane said. It's all part of our secret plans. No, I'm just kidding, there's no plans.
Alright, so I guess we're in the warm-up now. I should go through and check the doc. How did nobody add this as a news item?
Oh yeah, that's a good one for episode 200.
Oh, it is.
Yeah. I think I sent Dave that link showing that it was. I was really excited, but then I think when there was no gameplay, I was like, no.
No.
That in there because, yeah.
Did you see?
Yeah.
So on Bill Gates' AMA, like 2 years ago, a guy said, "Hey man, I know you don't work for Microsoft anymore, but please, no matter what you do, can you make Age of Empires happen again?" Bill was like, joking like, "I'll see what I can do." He commented back, like just recently, was like, "Hey, this technically wasn't me, but I thought you'd be interested to know. Age of Empires 4 has just been announced." Like Bill Gates commented back. That's pretty cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Or Bill Gates, one of his 1,000 assistants.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
What is he up to now, anyways?
Bill Gates?
Yeah.
Saving the world with $100 billion. The Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation is dedicated to like eradicating malaria and fixing a lot of things in the world.
Is that
So-
what he's up to right now?
Yeah, he has promises from tons of super rich people like Warren Buffett that they are, and Mark Zuckerberg
Wow.
and stuff, that they are willing like 95% of their income to him over, or 50%, it depends on the person, over a period of time, maybe when they die, maybe over the next 20 years or something. And they're trying to set up the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. Once you have that much money, you'll just have that much money forever. Like, you'll never run out. And they want to use that to improve things. Like, they are doing tons of work, specifically with malaria in Africa right now, I
That's
believe.
pretty cool.
But they are one of the organizations that actually has enough money to wipe out diseases. Because they are purely
Reminds me
filled
of like Bono and a lot of stuff he did like once.
only with $100 billion.
Yeah. He raises quite a lot of money too. But
Bill
not,
Gates.
But not 100 billion.
Not, I can show up wearing a sweater, like my little nerd sweater, any time of the year, and people still like, oh!
Is that what you would do if you saw Bill Gates? Oh,
If I saw
Bill!
if I saw Bill Gates, I'd ask him to sign my Surface tablet.
What would you
No,
ask him to sign?
A copy of Windows 95. I probably could still dig one out of a thing somewhere.
That'd be kind of awesome.
It would.
That'd be
I
cool.
mean, he's only hasn't been at Microsoft in like a really long time.
How directly involved was he with Windows 95?
Oh, back then he was still the CEO or whatever up
Yeah.
until when, like XP?
I think head honcho is technical term.
Because he helped develop one of the earlier. What is the one? Or did he help develop? I honestly don't know.
He founded Microsoft.
Oh no. But did he, was he a developer, a coder, or anything? Or was
Yes,
he more
he
just
started out as a
founder?
developer, I believe.
Yeah.
Well,
cool.
you know what? We're looking back and forth for the answers when the answers are right here.
What did Bill Gates do?
As you search on your MacBook, what did Bill Gates do? Not build this computer.
All right, in 1975, Bill Gates and Paul Allen launched Microsoft, which became the world's largest PC software company. During his career at Microsoft, Gates held the positions of chairman, CEO, and chief software architect, while also being the largest individual shareholder until May 2014. He stepped down in January 2000, but he remained chairman. In June 2006, he transitioned to full-time work at the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation.
That's cool.
That's
cool.
He's a good dude.
The final season of *Halt and Catch Fire* just started, and it's fantastic, and that's such a good show. If you're into computers and all that kind
I
of
keep
stuff.
saying it's awesome. I just need to watch it. I think she's saying there's only.
I think so. All 3 seasons will be on Netflix really soon now, but
Ooh.
2 of them on right now. It's the 10-episode kind of season, but it is fantastically made. It's just so good. But it really just has that underdog kind of feeling of trying to create something special. But I think working with developers and designers and web stuff and just kind of being in the no technology except for not knowing anything about Bill Gates, it's pretty cool. Just seeing how stuff develops and what I didn't know back early days, when the big computer boom was, there were so many different companies trying to build computers.
Oh yeah.
I knew there was a lot, but did you know there were gas stations, gas companies building computers? I was like, what in the world?
They'll get on board with that, but they won't get on board with solar power? Guys, it's right next door.
What was interesting was the fact that the reason why they did is because once one computer would come out that was good, that would just reign king. So they just thought as soon as they got one out that worked, bam, you're stuck with it. That's the one that's gonna work.
That's always been
really interesting.
Oh, that's always been Microsoft's thing, though. Is it wasn't that they were the best; they were the one that actually accomplished the thing.
Yeah.
They're the ones who did it.
Well,
You guys want to get a little tweet going? Everyone do your best YouTube face, Oh, that's.
Alright, maybe not that one.
That's going up.
You didn't notice?
I noticed. I just didn't really put together what I was doing and what you were doing.
Oh, what is his face?
You look so normally happy.
Dave.
I just noticed how happy Joel looks in the background. Oh man, this is gonna be a great come watch us tweet. Oh my gosh, that is glorious.
Come watch us on the casting couch. The podcasting couch.
This is like the That 70s show, where you rotate the camera.
Oh my god.
Except we're all on the same side.
So it's kind of like this other thing.
Not like that at all. I don't know, something.
No, really, this should be the casting couch. It's the
Casting.
perfect name. You know what a casting couch is, Joel?
No.
All right.
Is that another deviant thing?
Deviant. Joel, you're so old.
It's like in the film industry, if an actress comes in for an audition, the
casting
sleep with the director.
Oh, I was going the casting couch. We sit here and they over there and they act and then we.
But then they also sleep with the director.
Oh,
because of the patriarchy.
Okay.
Short version.
Deviant.
Wait, how'd you describe that? Is that another one of those deviant things?
That is the most amazing old person phrase. You deviant you.
Now, have you had any of that yet?
No, I'm saving for when we start.
I can actually smell in
true.
the air. It smells really
Do you have
good.
one? Oh, you got one.
I do.
Okay. Well, we got a toast.
Well, let's get our selfie live first, bro.
Okay, yeah. Don't say that.
Joel, I love catching you by surprise.
Because I'm like, oh yeah. I'm like, he sounds like he's saying something nice. No, and then you added that tagline. That's like an out loud hash.
Hashtag?
Hashtag.
Hashtag?
That's what I meant, not a hash.
Joel,
Hashtag?
don't get too mad.
Is that a thing? Ow. But that's the pound button. That's the pound button.
Pound is hashtag.
Yeah.
That's a hashtag.
Don't say hash. Just say pound.
just say pound. Oh man.
On the casting couch. You You have to use casting couch.
I got it. I got you. I got you, fam.
Mm.
Don't worry, Joel. This is just a basher tweet. The autocorrect suggested that we're all live together for the 200th on the casting cock. Oh, wow.
Shane, that is fake British money. We don't recognize the Queen anymore.
Oh, man.
I'm just kidding. I'd trade the Queen for what we currently have. Please send the Queen.
Wait, is it a different icon at all for you, Shane?
Well,
I mean, I know what he's talking about.
right.
But I am actually
But
curious.
you mean like the actual...
Is it different?
No, I think the pound symbol, I think, is the same.
Okay, I thought it's pretty universal for most places, I think.
Christopher Bag, it's totally normal. Trust me.
I better get ready for them fire retweets.
Oh, man.
Fire. What is this? What is this?
Wait, you've never heard of TweetDeck?
No, what is...
Get ready to have your mind blown.
Wait, mind blown? This is like, dude, this is Twitter overload. No! It's so much social!
No, it's so
What is all that for?
Let
Is
me-
it like monitoring like tons of Twitters?
Alright, look, I have 4 different feeds.
Joel.
Oh, okay.
Right. So it's nice because I can retweet from both of those at the same time. If I go to write a tweet, I can choose which of these Twitters I want to write it from. So we've got mine,
Okay,
my
that
other
could
YouTube
actually be
channel,
helpful.
the podcast, and my personal one.
Oh, my
So,
Helpful.
and then I have my feed and my mentions for each of them, and then messages over here on the side.
Can you help get me set up on that for...
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's for business stuff. It's just so you can like, it's like
Dude,
Hootsuite.
I thought I was like, are you freaking following all this? Like,
Open that photo large so Joel can
gosh.
see his expression. Joel, yours is like a family photo of happiness. That is amazing.
that's what I was going for. Just
Because you're about to look so perverted, and you're just like, I love my life.
Well, you're hover handing my boob.
I don't want to touch because I thought you would notice, so I didn't want you to notice.
Oh, man. That is glorious.
Did I invade your space?
No, I was fine with it.
I should have gotten a smaller couch.
No.
Casual casting couch.
So how many people we got watching? Who cares? Who cares to watch?
Currently 19 people watching.
Nice. That's
Bring
a
your
good start.
friends. Bring your fens.
Bring your best grandma, too.
Yeah, bring your grandma.
And your best selfies.
The people watching this podcast don't have friends they can just go grab and drag into, like...
I don't know. I mean, they'll have Twitter.
Jeremiah,
too.
you realize that your water bottle's like
You guys
right
all on
underneath the
social
mic?
media. But the first person to
Oh, here we go
bring
again.
an extra friend,
Is it time for a drink yet?
you don't get anything. Just bring a friend. I was trying to think about how I was debating thinking maybe I'll play a game with you. I was like, no, I won't. Honesty.
If you own the PS4 version of Wildlands,
Yeah, if you don't have a
and you're looking to not talk, but play a game with Joel where you don't talk to each other, maybe he can hook you up.
I played Wildlands recently with random people, and I had a lot of fun.
I wouldn't do that.
But I got lucky because they all played hardcore just like I
See,
did.
it's like when we first played Star Trek, we're like, how are we getting so lucky with all these cool people? You just know that we gotta go back and try it again. It's gotta be
Yeah.
like 100% racist now.
I don't know. I doubt it. No, I doubt it.
Mm,
I doubt it. I doubt it.
The chat is nothing but, I have no friends. Like, it's like scrolling with just, I have no friends. We're all in it together. Yay! No, let's not do that motion.
You gotta have Facebook
Girl.
friends, which don't really count, I guess, as friends. But you gotta know
man.
some people that will like. Well, do you have people that will open an email if you send it to them?
Do you have any friends that could smash that like button for us?
Flat-footed is saying, I always assumed that Germ was this ogre-sized dude compared to petite Dave and Joel. Dave is not petite. He's like 5'10".
11,
Okay.
I think. I don't know.
Oh wait. You know the person at work the short person in our office?
Yeah.
Not on our team,
Yeah,
just
yeah,
in the
yeah, yeah.
office. She says she is exactly 5 feet tall.
Whoa.
Now, that's short, right? Right. When I was at the hospital, the nurse who's getting me all set up, she said she is 4'10", and she
Whoa.
is at least 2 inches taller than this other person.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Hopefully, if either of you are watching, because I know Brett has watched once or twice, I don't mean this in any offensive way, your wife is lying about her height. I'll bring a fabric ruler.
That's our science segment for tonight, guys.
But for people saying, like, I'm an ogre-sized person, I'm just going to cruise on past that. I think I look pretty proportionately sized compared to you guys.
Well,
Yeah.
ogres are, I mean, what is an average size for an ogre? Like, ogre is usually, like, just big and bulky.
Average size for an ogre?
I don't know if you're trying to make me feel better by this. You're like, you're
Yeah, I
ogre
guess-
size. You're like, but what really is the size of an ogre?
Yeah, ogres are more, like, just big, I feel like. Like,
Yeah.
they're just, like, they're kind of like Gears of War people. You know what I mean? Like, those guys are just bulky and massive, like, giant football players.
Ivan says put on some pants, Joel. You want to give us a peek?
Do you want to reveal?
That-
Oh, it's
and
cold.
Speaking
Man,
of
it's
which,
really cold.
we gotta do this more often because this is the exact setup that I was hoping for. Setting up the office at the end of last year was, well, air conditioning for one, but a couch that most of us could fit on and just chill, like in the studio.
I'm
That
chilling
looks-
now.
That looks comfortable. I like that. But I'm slightly scared that if I put my feet on there too, it's gonna like.
They'll see up your blanket. Is that what you're scared of?
Okay, Dave, tell the story of what happened today at Thai food.
I saw the most sincere, childlike excitement on Joel's face. And if you could remind me, so I can describe it, what was it over?
No,
It was-
this is only going into the like random crap podcast. What is this one going? into?
the warm up.
The warm ups, yeah.
We'll get started
Okay.
here in a second.
Yeah, we'll put it in the regular one because no one listens to that.
Hundreds of people.
Not as much as this one, though, right? Or is it
Not,
same?
not as many, no.
Yeah, that's not.
Is it that good of a story?
No. Yeah, tell it. Yeah, it's boring. So we had Thai food, and then we got an email back from a listener who says their dad is a trash man, is a garbage man. So I got freaking excited, and I was saying something like I don't know. As a kid, I was always just really like I always thought like if my mom had literally set me up with like the ability to go ride around in a garbage truck and like activate some of the levers and like crush trash and all that kind of stuff, that would have been really awesome. Like that would have been a Christmas present if I could have that. And then who said somebody said something about setting me up with one or
Yeah, we said something like we should get Joel a ride along for the day, and his expression, he gasped, went, boom! His eyes got so
he's
big.
like, we should get Joel around. I'm like, is that possible? Is that a thing?
Right along with
Sure.
cops, firefighters,
Trash.
garbage collectors.
Well, it's because like what I'm so fascinated is because I mean think about it like it's also like people like janitors, you know, like when you think about it, when you say, you know, this is what I do, you're cleaning bathrooms. You know what I mean?
Ooh.
It's so important. It's so important.
We
What?
got in the chat, Debbie says she thinks she's the one who said we get a ride along. Not
That's
Dave.
true. That's
Okay.
true. I mean, I don't think I said I was saying it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But I mean,
I
it's
think
just
you said you were saying it.
I'll take credit.
I'm just saying like if you were to set two people beside each other and say, you know, let's say I climbed Mount Everest and then I'm a janitor, like. I appreciate so much of what those people do. You know what I mean? Like, I would have a really hard time doing it and probably having a smile on my face. I've done some of that before when I used to work at Boy Scout camp. Like, I would have to clean toilets. We would, like, rotate because you'd have to do some of the worst stuff ever. And it was really good to just learn character, you know? But that's why I've always been so fascinated with, like, trash people because it's like, I don't know, it's like almost like a forgotten thing. It's just kind of like, oh, yeah, you just put it out, trash taken away. But it's like, that's someone's job, and you have to be really good at it. And it's so important for what we do in life. Like, we get rid of stuff. Like, it's got to go somewhere. You know what I mean? It's always thought, like, I just want to talk with someone like that. Because I want to be like, I appreciate what you do. I kind of find it fascinating. Because it's like, it's one of those weird, hard jobs to do.
It
And,
sucks
and
to
it's
do,
got to be
too.
hard to, like, say,
Yeah.
oh, what do you do? Oh, I'm a trash guy. Like, that's got to be hard to say.
That's
But I'm like,
really hard work.
yeah. So, like, being someone who appreciates it, I want to be like, no, you could talk about it with me. Because you can't just say it. I feel like that'd be much more of an awkward thing to say to most people, like, "Oh, you're a trash guy," you know, or like, "Or you weren't dressed like." Oh, what's impressive? I'm like, I appreciate it. I'll make you feel good about it.
What's the word that Starbucks likes to use for their coffee attendants?
Barista.
No, there's another word.
Coffee experience.
Oh, like for the people, like
Magicians?
customers, you mean?
No, for the people that make the coffee, there's a word.
What does Starbucks?
Yeah, it's like experience creator, not that, but it's like something like that, like a really silly sounding phrase for it.
They call their employees partners. Ew.
There's another coffee company that has, or maybe it might be fast food.
No. Well, Disney calls. I mean, everyone, not actors. Dang it! It's something like that. It's something that basically say everyone's like a part of the act. Everyone's a part of keeping.
Experience technicians.
What the heck is?
Yeah, it's something like that silly where it's like, oh, I'm not a trash man. I'm a. Oh, what would be a good one? I'm a refuse collaborator. I take care of the
Cast members.
Cast members. That's it. Yeah.
Thank you, Jeremy. Shout out to the chat.
That's kind of cool. I like that.
Yeah, because it's again because it's always
Yeah.
about like keeping that theme going and keeping the magic going of because it's like because I don't know if you know about this, but this is pretty cool. Any cast members like when they go off duty, let's say they're sweeping or doing whatever, right? When they go back behind a fence, you don't actually like you're not allowed to officially break character until you're behind. There's an official line apparently on the ground. And you cannot break character till you pass that line, because they don't want kids to happen to see behind a door someone like pulling off the Mickey mask or something like that. So you actually have to be behind. There's official lines, and those lines basically say you've now broken sight. You can play. I'm like, I think that's pretty awesome. So
Before we
Yeah.
officially go live, this is for Shane. The mini split is on in here. It's set to 69 right now, but I can just lower it down to see how far it goes. Actually, I'm not even sure.
I don't know if that's a good
the
idea.
lower goes,
62.
the higher this blanket goes.
I can put it down to 62 and I can hit a button and it'll actually track the remote. So I can put it on 62 and make Joel hold the remote. It's like the Ice Cube challenge.
Hands are so cold.
Wait, I think it's like 70 degrees in here.
Well, I don't know.
It's all in your
I'm,
mind.
I'm not the ogre.
It's exactly 69 in here. Calm down.
All right, you guys ready to go live?
Let's do this. Should we sync the audio before we go live?
Oh yeah.
That's good radio.
All right. Anything on the dock you guys need to go before we go live? I guess I'll just bring everything up when we get to it. Battery in this thing is really cratering.
I do have plugs in here as well.
On this, like, I'm down to about a 3-hour battery life, best case scenario. And it's warm a lot. Dude, when it was cranking through all these GIFs earlier today, I had like 4 or 5 going at a time. It was so hot. The fan didn't... So the fan comes on super loud when you're doing screensaver. It didn't come on for this, but this just got like uncomfortably hot to touch. I don't know how it decides how fans work, but it seems like the fan could be running a lot of the time.
Well, I
when it
wonder if
doesn't.
because like it can get hot, but that's not like it's going to use up more battery by using the fans. You know what I mean? So it's like, would you rather have it a little bit warmer?
It was
and have
plugged in
longer
earlier.
battery.
It was plugged in.
Oh, it's plugged in. I don't know.
Yeah, that's why I like just use the. It's there.
I don't know.
It doesn't make sense, man. But it's also telling Dave I type so hard the keys are starting to rattle.
What? Oh, why can't control yourself, man?
He types
Type
really
something.
enthusiastic.
Go
email.
type something. I want to hear this. What in the crap?
That's not
No,
that
no,
loud.
no. Well, no, that's not loud. But it's when you hit your thumbs, it goes. It's like you do that. You like snap it.
Not that.
My brother, he'll do like a when he hits save, just wham, and it's just like, no, here, this is how I type. So I'm like, hey Dave, want to get some coffee without germ knowing?
I know
That's-
this happens.
I gotta do. Whoa, what was that?
What was what?
Lights flickered. Oh, it must have been power. You didn't see that light flicker?
I didn't see it.
Did I just blink?
No, I saw it.
Okay.
But I don't feel like this is that much lighter. Just think if I get one of the newer.
You're thinking about it right now. I've heard the typing.
This is how I actually. But if you hit it that hard, it feels like a mechanical keyboard. It's got a nice solid feel to it.
Yeah.
If I got one of the newer MacBook Pros, it's gonna be da 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 da. You guys are gonna hate it.
Have you tried the smaller Macs? The new keys are pretty cool.
Yeah, that's what I'm
love
saying.
it. They
The new
They
MacBooks.
don't even travel barely.
I don't like that.
Dude, I love it. You don't
I
have
like
to use
feeling like the
any
key is
effort. You don't
moving.
use no effort.
But I'm
It's
gonna
so
use
nice.
effort regardless.
yeah, okay. You don't have to, but I'm gonna use effort.
I'm gonna do it. I got a bunch of O-rings from Massdrop, rubber O-rings to go on the caps for my keyboard. I've replaced 2 keys, so it goes from like tick 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 to like a tick.
just slight earthquake.
But it makes it a little rubbery though, which I'm not sure I like because I like the tap 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 tap.
Joel CRISPR says things glitch in Dave's office just like his Fallout elements. I pushed the frame rate too high. It's like a little bit of like video corruption. Like,
Who is CRISPR? Just someone who's been following your Fallout stuff?
yeah. We got some of our regulars out this week. Although
did you tweet this out to your Viking stuff?
I did.
Good.
I did see though, guys. It looks like this guy named Ultragrunt is advertising his channel on our stream. We need to go ahead and ban him from the chat, Shane. If you could ban that Ultragrunt guy, that'd be great.
Put him in a timeout.
So
Can you do
we got now.
timeouts?
Do we? Oh, we got 25. Sweet.
I can put Shane in a time. I'm not going to do that.
Put Shane in a timeout.
What does that mean? Like you can't see chat stuff?
No, I think you just can't comment for like a certain period of time.
Is that for how long? 25 seconds?
I don't know. I don't want to try.
No, now Joel has a little bit of power.
No, I was just curious.
Joel be like, thank you for your comment. Ding. Thank you for your comment. Ding.
Thanks, Shane.
All right, you guys ready to go live?
Yep.
Wait, are you about to take another selfie?
No, I'm gonna get a photo of the chat going by. It's kind of cool how we have it set up.
Okay. All right, you guys ready?
Ready, Freddy.